Hi, and welcome to Pantheon Talks. My name is Poseidon, and today I'm joined by Apollo and Blue. How are you guys doing?
Hello.
Good.
Today we're discussing our Webtoon recommendations for the month. Let's get into it. So, Apollo, what's your recommendation for this month?
So my recommendation for this month is Winged. Before we dive into my thoughts on it, let's look at the summary. One day, a wondrous little dove sheltered in a gilded cage encounters a wild, ominous crow, lone survivor of his clan. In a world where human affection or hatred are both cursed, the little dove must find her freedom. So what's interesting about this series is it was actually a part of the 2020 short story contest, and they made it to become a runner-up, which means basically they were in the top 10 for the heart category. So that's really cool. And the creator, this was their first story that they had ever written. So the fact that they made it to the top 10, I thought was really cool. Now, initially, what really drew me into the series was the art. So, y'all may or may not know, I think you probably know Poseidon, but Blue, I really like the card captor aesthetic, like the way that mangaka draws
Oh, yes.
her characters, her designs. What?
Some would even call it an obsession.
Yeah. I mean, only a little bit. But it made me think of that when I was scrolling past it, and I was just like, oh, this is super pretty. So
Yeah, just the opening image is amazing.
yes, and it has a bunch of tiny little details and a bunch of ruffles, and the hair is like everything about the construction of the art is complicated. It's one of those series where every scene has tiny little details that you have to observe. And then the character designs. So I really like the I don't know, is it a trope at this point, but the light and darkness aspect. So we have the dove, who is essentially like the light, the good persona, I guess. And then you have the crow, which is the more dark, ominous sort of duality between the two of them. So I really like the designs, how they reflect that. Like you can really tell that the dove is like the softer one, the sweet and innocent one, and the crow is tough. He's burly, he's strong.
This eye is giving me major Haruhi vibes, like in a good way.
Oh yeah, I could see a little bit of an Oran influence. Although I would say probably around that time, a lot of them were probably influenced by the same things. So because Oran is what, early 2000s?
I couldn't
Might have
tell
been
you.
before that if we go by the manga date. But so let's actually talk about the story. I could probably gush forever about just the characters and the artwork. Like, it's just so good. So, going back to some of the interesting concepts that were introduced. So the original 5 episodes were created just for the short story, but she decided, the creator, to go ahead and continue the story after that. So the first 5 episodes are kind of like their own short story. So you can read that, and it has a satisfying end, where if that's all you read, that's great. But it does continue on in that world and fleshes out a lot of their personality and a lot of their dynamic, I guess. Because in the first 5 episodes, we don't ever even get the dove. She never speaks. So that was also interesting. She's the main character and she never voices anything, but from the way the scenes are drawn, she's like actively making choices. You can tell what she's thinking. You get a lot of what the dove feels. And so she is essentially a house pet, but like she's not just any house pet. Like her owner has like gone out of his way to like really make her look extravagant, make her like over the top beautiful type. Like she's not just a normal dove. So I don't know if did they show what y'all are looking at? Do they show what she looks like in bird form?
No, not yet, but we just saw the crow. I just realized that they're the humanoid crow and the dove. Oh, I love it. They're like I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, so the humans see just normal birds, but we, the audience, get to see them in their human personas, I guess.
Right.
So that was another interesting part of the story, because it was like, why would a human be attacking like another creature that looks like a human that's intelligent? But no, the humans just see them as birds. So the girl here, though, the dove, I'm gonna just keep referring to her as that. Like, I don't know what her name is now that I think about it, but the dove here is trapped in a cage, and she's sitting in a window. She longs probably to know what it's like to fly, to what it's like to be free. And so you get a lot of like shots of her like admiring the wings, because her wings actually don't work. She can't fly.
Oh,
so yeah, even if the cage is open and she can walk out, she can't leave. But an interesting concept that happens is like the crow comes to free her and he's like, you can leave, but she decides not to leave, period. Because even if she does have clipped wings, the wings can't grow back. Like, she could just leave, but she actually likes her master. But as was brought out in the summary, having a human's affection is just as bad as having their hatred in this world. So even though she's beloved by the humans, it isn't revealed in the short story what would have happened if she stayed as the caged bird, but I don't think it would have been a good outcome. So when you think about that, do y'all think that affection from humans can lead to a dark place?
Yes, just thinking about it from a human to human perspective, I have seen cases where people have been loved and doted on by parents, and it has stifled them in general as human beings. I can only imagine what it does for animals who literally have everything handed to them.
That's an interesting point.
No animals start off domesticated. So all the things that were taken away we don't think about it a lot, but a lot of things are taken away to get when you're given things, a lot of things are taken away from you. And then over time, if you're continued giving things, it's that whole teach a man to fish thing, which I don't fully agree with all the time. But in this case, it's that you're keep giving him fish, so he never learns to fish. He never learns to fend for himself. The same thing happened to animals over time.
Right.
Like if you think about sheep, they were basically from the beginning bred to be domestic animals. They don't know anything but being taken care of.
Right.
To the point where I think I read somewhere where their fur is not called fur, their wool. It does not stop growing. Because they have been bred to the point where it keeps growing because it needs a human to shed it, to shear it.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. That's an interesting little fact.
I know that's the case for domesticated sheep. I don't know about the wild ones.
Yeah.
Because, like dogs, they shed their fur all the time. Yeah, but that's off topic, but on topic at the same time.
We're getting a life lesson on animal domestication from Poe.
But yeah. So to answer your question, yes, I do think it can have a detrimental effect.
Yeah, I think it can to a certain degree. I think like affection needs to be balanced, not to the point where it's smothering. Because like, especially for a creature like this who has wings, I'm sure like instinctually she sees other birds flying, so it makes her want to fly, but she can't do it. But she's also at the point where she, I think, loves her master. Like, her master takes care of her. Like, he gives her everything. So the fact that he doesn't want her to do this, or like the fact that he leaves her in the cage, like maybe she feels like it's for a good reason or something. Because going back to that duality between the light and dark of these two characters, I think conceptualized within the dove, she's naive. She doesn't understand that like people are complicated. Like she's just kind of like, oh, my master is nice to me. She doesn't realize that her master is has hired people to hunt the other crows in the area for some reason, which that's another thing I would like to learn about the world. Like, why are they killing the crows? Like, what's so bad about them? Like, aren't they generally helpful to society? Don't they like eat carcass and stuff? Like, why would you be going out of your way to kill them unless they were like...
It might be an overpopulation thing, because we have all the time they're killing off species because the population has gotten so big that it's impeding on other forms of nature.
Yeah. Do you think that's what she's doing though in the story? Like, I could see that from a realistic perspective.
Well, I don't know about the story. I haven't read it.
Yeah. From the story perspective, I don't know if that's really interesting. Like,
like you asked, why would he be doing this? I was just like, that might be why he is doing it.
No, that's actually a really logical reason in reality. Like, oh yeah, there's too many of y'all.
Because according to him, this crow keeps coming into his house and trying to steal his bird, or just messing with his bird.
Right. And what I also like about this is, like, going back to the design, you really get the softness from the dove, but you get like a strong, fierce elegance from the crow, like despite them both being birds. And I really like how those traits are really shown to the audience. Like, even though he's a bird and he's more elegant, like he still looks really cool. Like,
I just have to say that I absolutely love when it's monochrome or black and white drawings and it has that tinge of color, just a little bit of color. That's one of my favorite types of art. And this, I need to read this tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, when I was reading it, I did miss the color.
Can we talk about the crow-shaped scissors?
That's a really sad scene. Like, that's a little spoiler, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
Well, keep scrolling.
Well, if it's a spoiler, I wasn't reading it. No, I was honestly just looking at the pretty pictures. But
no, I'm reading. You stop scrolling.
I did, because he said it was a spoiler, so I'm not.
Well, no, I'm like, you can keep scrolling. We just don't need to talk about what happened. But keep in mind that this world, like, there's cruelty within it, and you see that from the crow's actions, the dove suffers the consequences, even though, what's she gonna do? Like, she can't do anything about the crow coming back in the house all the time. Dude, close your window. Like, how is that her fault? But she suffers from it. And so just thinking about the story in of itself, it's framed really well, where it's a beautiful story. And I loved when we got to see the crow take her out to fly for the first time, seeing that expression of freedom on her face, like how she wasn't the one flying, but you could tell she was like, this is what I wanted my entire life, to be able to fly in the sky.
I want this as a background.
Because she did so well, the creator, with the story, she opened up Patreon. She turned this story into a digital version you can buy for Kindle, I think, like, where she reformatted it, did high quality resolution and everything. And so she has like prints and merch of everything now. So you can just buy stuff from her.
My wallet is already
crying.
Really
good artist.
My wallet is already crying.
What?
My wallet. My wallet is already crying.
Man, I need to put my hearing aids.
I'm like, do I need to be closer to the mic? Is it me?
No, it's not you. It's me. My brain was not translating anything you were saying. It was like, huh? Your who needs a who?
His wall.
My wallet needs a break.
Yes.
Wall, not wallet.
Yeah, no, like, this is some art that you could display like anywhere. Like, this is a living room piece. You could like have
this is a conversation piece for your living room.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. The story is just fantastic, and I can't wait to explore more. I wasn't able to catch up before we did the recording, but I did read a little bit of after the short story, and it's interesting as to what's going on with that now. All I will say is she's not in the house. Oh, see, there she is as the bird. It's a
okay.
And see, so, you know, that's not natural for a normal dove to have all of those feathers.
No.
So I'm assuming he like either sewed them on or glued them on or did something to her. Like, I don't think she naturally grew that way.
See, I didn't pay any attention to it at first because I didn't realize that it was a literal dove, I guess. You know, we read so many things about fantastical creatures. I just assumed it was one.
No. That's the fun thing.
Yeah, no, he definitely pruned the feathers up and around, kind of like a mane.
Yeah, like she almost looks like a peacock.
And
see, that's the fun thing about this series. It's based in reality, but it has fantastical elements to explain like what's going on. But yeah, basically, just even if you don't like the series, just looking at the art is worth the series, like in gold.
All right, thank you, Apollo. That was great. I can't wait to
check out Winged.
Oh yeah, that was great, Apollo. I can't wait to check out Winged.
I'm excited for you to check it out too. Can't wait to hear your thoughts.
All right, moving on will be my recommendation, which is Jack Beloved, which to my surprise is first romance and then fantasy.
What?
I know.
We're all shocked that you're reading a romance.
It doesn't. Okay, it kind of starts off like a romance, but it didn't click in my head because it quickly goes away from it. But before we go into it, let's read the description. Sam is one of the fettered, the lowest social caste. Is that caste? Social caste. CASTE. And the empire of Corville. He is forbidden from marrying his beloved until he proves himself in a war against monsters who poison their crops. But when Sam captures one of these creatures, a Jack named Wick, he develops a friendship more dear than any he's had before. As Sam begins to see how monstrous his own people can be, he is torn between his affection for Wick and his loyalty to his people. So
wow.
When I first got into this one, I was drawn in by the art. It's definitely one of those, this looks like a painting. This creator is very good at scenescapes.
I'm sorry, that opening panel is just like pure chaos. I love it.
Chaos. It's magnificent. But it opens up to this story of these people who you assume are the good guys fending off these invaders. And they're fighting and trying to keep them from taking over or whatever. And then you see the dude looks like a demon of some sort. Like, I was very confused at first as to who was the good guy, because like you start in a battle, you're immediately trying to figure out who the good guy is. And so at the end of it, you assume that it's the humans are the good guys. But as you go through, you get into, like, that's the prologue. You start with this fiery battle of the humans taking over these monstrous people's land. Territory. Yes, I guess that would also be correct. But then you go, once you get into the first episode, you start with Sam, the main character. Looks like he is serenading his girlfriend. And
is that what's happening? I'm sorry. When I saw this, I thought Steven Universe.
Yes, that's what's happening.
Steven Universe?
No, not Steven Universe. He's serenading her, or he's just playing his guitar, most likely.
See, because they do that in Steven Universe. You open the scene, they're just singing for no reason.
Well, he doesn't actually sing here.
Oh, okay.
It starts off with the conversation between him and his girlfriend. Talking about, what if she says no? We're gonna have to talk and all this other stuff. And then she hands him this candle that apparently was very hard to get a hold of, the wax that made the candle. And so as they're going through town and whatnot, you end up seeing a lot of the social norms. Like, I don't read the descriptions before I start So I didn't know anything about his social status. So I was confused as to why she's snatching away his hand. I'm just like, okay, the mama ain't gonna be that mad. If because you're trying to marry her daughter. Like, he's trying to propose.
Wait, that's his mom?
No. Her mom is gonna be mad. This is his girlfriend. He wants to, I didn't explain this part, I guess. He wants to propose to her and get her mother's blessing.
Gotcha.
With this candle. I'm assuming it's some kind of tradition where they're from. That you offer this candle made of some sort of wax. And the daughter is very distraught. She pulls her hand away when someone passes by. And it's definitely one of those, I should not be with you because of my status and because of your status things. And then
just real quick, like, would you tolerate that in a relationship?
I would absolutely not.
Yeah, agreed. I'd be like, okay, this is the end of our relationship.
But that's a different cultures.
Yeah.
In my culture, I'm not marrying your mama. I'm marrying you. Your mama has very little to say whether or not, just in my personal opinion, every family has their own traditions. She can say yes or no. I don't care. If you say yes, we get married.
Your mama says no, we still getting married.
Still getting married. I'm just like, she is welcome to come to the wedding. If she make a fuss, I will have the police take her out.
Man, the police.
Wow.
Like, not like another family member, not like
no. The police. We're not gonna have crazies at my wedding. This is a special day for me and my mate.
I'm dead. Like, the police thing took me back. Like,
I've thought about this long and hard.
We can tell.
Right.
Listen, if you're crazy and you show up to Poe's wedding, he's calling the police.
I'm calling the police. I'm not gonna have that. It's my day just as much as it is her day.
Oh.
And I'm gonna put a lot into having this day be special for both of us. And I will not have it ruined.
Too? Like, like what you're going to wear.
I'm gonna be in all white too, son. All white with my red accents and whatever accent color she want.
Mm-hmm. Wow. You know what? I shouldn't even be surprised because I already knew this.
You did know this.
I knew this. I already knew this.
Oh my goodness. Yes, to signify your purity and her purity, I'm all for you both wearing white. Although it doesn't make a nice contrast, but it does look good in photos.
It's gonna look amazing in photos.
Wow.
I can see my groomsmen right now in all black with their white vest on. Yeah, not all black, but like they're gonna have black suits with like white vests, and then we're gonna discuss the rest of it. But that's up for debate.
Oh, okay. That's up for debate.
Styles change, and I might like something new.
I mean, I've known you for how many years now?
A lot. Let's just say a lot.
And your style has not changed since then.
Your style hasn't changed. Like I can, like, whenever I picture you in my head, it's always in the same outfits.
Right.
Well, that's mean.
No, it's just like, it's your signature.
It's you.
Like like someone who's like if you're a goth, you picture them in all black.
I guess.
Like you picture Poe, you picture him in what he wears.
Checkered green.
Oh, hush you. I don't even have checkered.
I always think of the gray plaid shirt. Like it's like gray and black and
he has one that's green too. It has
and
like
the short sleeve one. Yes.
I get fond memories going into stores and seeing. I'm like, he would
I'm gonna throw away all my clothes tonight, and I'm gonna get me a new wardrobe. Y'all not gonna recognize me.
Listen, if you get rid of that shirt that I'm talking about, I'm gonna find another one and replace it. Just
right.
And I'm gonna burn it.
All right, we're on a real side tangent here. Like that was an engaging question.
I'm being attacked now. Not even because of my views on the mama in marriage.
I'm dead. All right, so what happened next?
The next scene. We get introduced to the mom. Don't realize it's the mom, but they start talking about okay, you quickly realize it's the mom. But they start talking about the plight that's taking over. This thing called cursed weed is like choking out their plants, and it's just spreading. Then he finally gets to the mom. She's not happy to see him in general. And then he asks the question, and Mama flips out. Mama has a conundrum. I don't know any other way to say it. She loses her mind. And she says some very nice things, some very not nice things rather, and sends the daughter home. And let's just say I had feelings, which I'm sure you can imagine now. I had feelings on that. But basically she threatens to like send him away and all this other stuff. And so he's over there. She stepped on the little candle that he made. Poor thing. Afterwards, he talks to the girlfriend and he was just like, we can give it another go. We can try again. And all this other stuff. And she's just like, no, I can't. Basically, her mama done got in her head and she's being a horrible person. And he saunters on off all sad and stuff. And as it goes on, the military comes to, I don't even remember why the military was there. It's such a non-thing in the later episodes. But anyway, he joins the military because he wants to, basically his status is because his dad fled the army. And so his whole family got branded with this band, which looks like a solid gold band. I'm just like, it looks like a nice band. But it's a bad status.
Well, maybe back from what I can tell, this is like very like beginning of their civilization type things. So like shiny rocks are shiny rocks. So they're probably like, we need food.
Yeah. But he joins the army. He wants to make a name for himself so that he can become a real citizen, as it were, remove his bandit status so that he can marry a girl. And eventually, like a lot happens.
I feel like he's too good for her.
Yeah.
He totally is. I agree 100%. When Mama said go home and she said okay, I was just like, oh, you leaving? Oh, okay, I guess I am too. I'm sorry, I wasted your time, ma'am. You know,
yeah, like I understand having a controlling parent, but like if you go through all that to make like your significant other come and ask for the person's hand, and then you're just like, oh, that's it. I'm just like, you should have just not done it to begin with.
Right. As it goes through, you end up, he's apparently very good at whatever it is he does, catching folks, fighting, that kind of stuff. And they eventually catch, like in the things that they catch a, what did they call it? A jack. For some reason, they call them jacks. Haven't found out why though. Then again, it's called Jack Beloved. I'm connecting things as I talk, y'all.
I was wondering, I was like, who's Jack?
Sorry.
They call this, that other race with the horns, they call them jacks. And basically, somebody got attacked. Oh, the jacks have superpowers. They can like turn into shadows and all this other stuff. It's really cool. You don't find that out till later though. But
so within these first few, like, do you ever figure out who's the villain and who's the bad guy?
I don't want to spoil it, though. It's not necessarily a spoiler. I enjoyed the realization, and I don't want to spoil that for people because it was definitely, I could see it coming, but at the same time, I enjoyed the realization.
Okay, so it's not just off the bat obvious.
No, not up front. Not up front. But overall, the story is really good. Like, I'm really enjoying the story, and I can't wait to read more. I haven't caught up with it yet. It's like each episode is like one panel kind of thing, and I don't come back week to week for stuff. And then this was only one panel, and I'm just like, I'm going to let a few episodes so that I can have a substantial amount to read and feel satisfied. So I have to catch up. I have like 5 or 6 more that I can catch up on now.
Yeah, I mean, Netflix has trained us to binge.
It has.
So
I'm so used to
we
binging.
want to consume all content in a binge-worthy fashion.
Right.
But
I can't binge it, I ain't watching it.
Right.
Eventually you find out some stuff about him and the power that he has, and
is he a beloved or
he is not
jack?
a beloved. Basically everybody has some form of magic. I don't think they called it magic, but some form of energy within them, and not everyone knows how to use it. It's like we're all made up of matter, and some people can manipulate it.
Interesting. It sounds like there's a lot of different layers.
There are. It's very good, and one of my least favorite parts, but it's also not the focus, so it doesn't bother me as much, is the social aspect of it. That stuff I get very heated when there are like social injustices and stuff, so I don't read it. But this one has been very tolerable for me. So if you're real sensitive to stuff, it can be tolerable for you. I know Apollo loves give me the drama.
Yes, I live for the drama.
I think you'd enjoy it as well, but I just said that the drama is tolerable for me. But
drama, tragedy, serial killers. I just like the dark.
I haven't gotten very far in the story and I'm already hooked on it. It's very good. I actually think about it quite often, even though I don't read it every day. It's a really good story. And I am looking forward to reading more of it. I think you all should check it out. That is Jack Beloved. So on to our next recommendation. Miss Blue, what do you have to show us?
Well, this week this month, not week, this month, it's a romance called Midnight Poppyland. I stumbled across it on Instagram, and I fell in love with a picture I saw on Instagram and looked it up, and I actually enjoyed it. So
was it a picture of the guy or the girl?
It was the guy.
Of course.
I'm like, it's the guy. And I bet it was the one with the long hair.
Yes. I bet he was shirtless or something.
He might have been. You just never know.
Oh, we know.
So, you don't know. So I'm going to read the summary. It says, after making a grisly discovery in the countryside, a small town book editor's life gets entangled with a young mafia lord and his intimidating bodyguard. Even as every step she takes draws her deeper into the dangerous underworld of the city.
I'm going to assume that the blonde is the mafia lord and that the dude with the black hair is the bodyguard.
Yes.
Oh, wait, that's a dude? Like, I thought that was a chick.
Nope.
Nah.
That is the head to the crime
it looks
family.
Like he's wearing lace. That's what threw me off.
Say what now?
And you know what? In one of the scenes that I was just reading.
Look, that's a very pretty man.
He's a very pretty man. In one of his scenes, it was like from the back in one of the panels, and I thought he was an old man.
Ooh.
But when he turned around, it was that face, and I had to scroll back to make sure that I didn't miss something, because I was like, "Oh, okay."
Okay, the cover art does not prepare you for how crisp and clean this I call it animation. How crisp and clean this art is. Yeah,
it does. It does remind me of an anime though. Like it's almost like
up with drama.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna cry. She's totally gonna cry.
Yeah. So basically she walks in on her boyfriend cheating on her. She surprises him. She goes down to surprise him, and she walks in on him with another girl. Yeah, that's what happened.
Wait. What were they doing?
He was having fun.
He was, apparently.
He was having all the fun.
I'm just like, because you saw that zip sound.
Right. I was just like, wait, did I miss something? What is happening? I'm like, I didn't get a content warning.
I don't think it was a content warning on this.
So Blue, if you walked in on this, what would happen? Like,
Well,
if it was your man.
I would probably attack him. I wouldn't do like she did and, just kind of leave. But I would steal his car like she did. Well, his scooter. She did steal that. I would probably steal that too.
Wow. Stealing is a felony, but okay.
Yeah, I'm just like, why would you commit a crime for someone else doing wrong?
It was a gift. She gave it to him as a gift, so she just took it back.
Oh. You can technically ungift a gift if there's no written thing saying this is a gift.
This is why I always get big gifts and contracts. Like, if you give me a car, a house, an iPad, we're going to sit down and write out a contract. You will not be taken.
A contract is null and void if both parties don't sign it.
No, you would sign it or I wouldn't accept it. I'd be like, no, thank you.
Wow. So Miss
and then she crashes it.
Yeah, she ended up crashing.
Oh wait, that was the car? Okay.
Yeah, that was a little scooter. It's not a car.
I don't know why I was expecting a sports car.
Like, well, no, she didn't buy him a sports
Honestly,
car.
that scooter is probably expensive.
It probably is. Like, my mind, I was like, oh yeah, she stole his car. I bet it was nice.
Oh.
It looked like a nice scooter though.
No, it did. It did.
It was a nice scooter. So then we meet
your snack.
Yes. We meet him. And he actually, you should remember that name.
Goliath?
Yes. So basically his friend has gone missing. And
Goliath?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness.
So basically, just wonderful. This
now, when you're resting and you have abs, that's how you know you have abs.
Right.
Just amazing.
I feel like this is fan service at this point.
This is 100% fan service.
Those abs.
This is 100% fan service. The boyfriend was unimportant, so they didn't show anything.
He wasn't the important one. He was not important. But we were
honestly, this is fan service done right, because if you think about a lot of anime, everybody's got abs and everybody's showing them, even if they die like in 2 seconds into the first episode. This is just like no, he was unimportant. He's a plot device.
Sports car.
Yeah,
you did get a sports car. Did they literally just paint this?
It does look like it looks like real. Like
it looks like they painted over a photo
on it. Hey, it works though.
It does work.
It does.
It's such a sharp contrast from like the very crisp and clean people though.
Maybe this is
honestly, these are giving me initial D vibes with this car.
So basically,
this creator likes cars and men.
Yeah, I'm for it. I'm for it. But yeah, so she actually crashes in the spot where his friend, she finds his shoe. I think it was a bloody shoe, actually. She finds his shoe and his notebook, I believe. And that's how they meet.
Why is she bloody?
Because she fell off the crash.
But that's like blood splatter.
Yeah, I just told you she found his friend's shoe.
Oh, he wasn't listening. He was distracted by the art.
I was distracted by the art.
You scrolled down on one panel and you were like, wait, what? And you back up.
Scroll past the bloody shoe.
It feels like mixed media, but like digital mixed media, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how they meet. At first, when he sees her, he thinks that.
I'm sorry.
What?
She is total anime placed into a real scene, and he's like in the transition from the real scene into becoming anime.
I can see that.
Because she is full.
No,
I love it. I'm like, she is full anime right now.
Like it's done really well. Like it's not distracting from the story. Like I still feel like I know what's going on.
No, yeah, totally. Which honestly, that's just good storytelling for a webtoon. If you can tell what's going on, one without words. We got like tap tap. That's she's walking.
That would be me. Whenever I see people like staring at me, I'm like, oh, we didn't make eye contact. And then I keep going. If I was on the side of the road like this and you just over there smoking your cigarette, this serial killer territory.
She roundhouse kicked
like
in front of her. Continue. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So basically that's where he realizes his friend her stuff got mixed in with his friend's stuff.
Wait, did she crash into him?
No, she did not.
She hit a rock.
No.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Well, that don't mean she didn't crash into him.
Well, no, she didn't crash it. She crashed into whatever happened to him at that site.
She crashed into the scene.
Yeah.
Ain't that like though?
The murder scene.
I don't know if he's
crime scene.
Yeah, it's a crime scene.
I don't know what they did with these words, but like my brain does not like it.
It's like they blurted out.
Is that moving for anyone else?
Is it moving?
It can if you really stare at it. It's one of those like visual illusions, and you're still looking at it.
No, it's not moving.
Apparently, he can't understand what they're saying.
I think this is a flashback, and they don't want us to know because, like, those.
I mean, I can read it.
I know what that says.
Get the F down. Get down now.
But the other word balloons are like there's nothing in them, so I'm assuming it's just giving you enough context to know what's going on. Like if all the balloons were blank, I feel like that would be too much.
Well, I was just talking about the significance of blurring the words. I think that he's in distress and he can barely understand what they're saying because like this is like a balloon for this is being screamed, but he's just muffled.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
Don't move or we'll shoot. Yeah.
So back to your assessment, Blue.
I'm like, she's totally riveted by what I'm saying. I'm just like, that's not what's happening today.
And I'm like, yeah. But no. So he finds, where his friend went, and they eventually he follows her, basically. He follows her to the train station. He sweet talks the lady at the train station into giving him the information on her because he realized that she might have picked up his friend's thing. But before she disappears, he actually takes a picture of her. And when I think, you know what, that might be the 4th episode. Might have skipped ahead. Anyway, they have a lovely, sweet story.
They do?
Of crime.
I'm like, you set up a stalking / serial.
Right. I'm just like, that's not what I'm getting from what you just said.
He takes pictures of her without her permission.
Right.
He bribes someone.
He literally took the picture, sent it to one of his guys. He he sent the picture. That's him sweet talking the chick for if he's seen her, because he's trying to find her. So he takes her picture to send it off to get all the information he can on her, and and it just sets up a story. She actually goes to the police to turn him in and have him the police person finally realizes who he actually is. And he is basically I forgot how they describe him.
Wow, she needs to be fired.
She does. Like, this is just poor like work ethic. Like, you should not be giving out people's see, this is why I prefer aliases on everything. Like, no, you will not be able to stalk me, sir.
You don't understand. If somebody like that came up to my booth and asked for information,
and he's just a pro, he ended up not giving over his number but got hers instead.
No. Wait. So if he came up to your booth, what would you do, Blue?
I will give every description. He's wearing glasses. His hair is black. His eyes are brown, but can be a little gray green in the light. He's wearing a white shirt that might have a hole on the side. He has on black shorts. His shoes had a little dirt on the side. They were Adidas.
I'm sorry, wait. Who are we talking about? Are you telling
if somebody came up to her booth and they looked like him, she would be extremely helpful. You're fired. Like,
you're fired. You're fired.
I would be very, very helpful.
You can no longer work for my company that I plan to open in the future that I won't ever open, but you're not getting hired.
Just don't let your customers look like that.
What?
Like I have control over
now
that.
You're discriminating against people you're attracted to? What?
Don't let them look like that. So
see, this is not a romance story.
This is not romance.
I'm going to put you in my trunk story and take you home to my plastic room.
In the first 3 episodes, it's a little stalkerish.
It's very stalkerish. It's not a little.
No, he's totally stalking her. But I feel like as the story goes on, she is going to like help him see the light of things, because he is total.
Why didn't he talk to her?
Because he don't want to seem obvious.
Oh, maybe he thinks that she killed him, and so maybe I'm trying to give him some logical reasons now. I feel like I've been like against him, but maybe he thinks she's a suspect.
He's been clearly acting like a stalker.
I mean, he it is sus.
Stalker till like she falls out of a tree, he's there to catch her.
That's creepy.
I know. But he doesn't want himself to be recognized. But she seems like she is kind of clueless. But later on, you find out that she's not as clueless as she seems. She pieces together things very well, which I feel like will come in handy in the future. When he tries to find his friend, like she might be essential in helping him. Is what I think will eventually happen. But he is the ultimate bad boy. Is very feared, even by his his employer's son.
Fan service.
Fan service. I didn't even notice that was tied like that.
That's the picture he took.
Wow.
Of course it is. Of course it is. Because he could not take it like that.
And that is why she went and reported him, because she thought he was a creeper. He was returning her paper though.
As a paper airplane, that would have made me upset too. I'm like,
would have upset me as well.
Do that to it. See, See, if I was this main character, our relationship would have ended on the train. There would be no story.
It's a pretty picture.
It is.
He cropped out her breast.
He didn't want
only for him.
Yeah, that one's only for him.
Predators like to keep their prey to themselves. They don't want to share it with others.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't want his guy to know. Oh my gosh, that was funny.
I feel like you're doing worse than me at explaining your webtoon.
It's like a walking thirst trap. Do like all the women fall at his feet? What is this?
Yeah, they do, actually. And he gives out the same number.
These side characters are cute though.
They are.
They're calling him.
Does her boyfriend ever show back up?
Haven't seen him.
No.
And he's on his way to. He's following the train.
Is he racing the train?
He is racing the train because he has to find her. Because he has to get that book back because people are looking for it. You know what? Scroll back up because I just realized something. Wait, right here. Wait, go back down. I think that is the same. Okay, anyway, something just clicked from a future episode.
This must be the front for the mafia.
No, that is not the front for the mafia.
Oh. Interesting.
Oh no, this is the restaurant that he gives the number to. We've been getting prank calls from these young ladies all day asking for Tora.
Yeah. Oh yeah, his name is Tora. His name is Tora. But no, he every lady who asks for his number, that's
Fred and Fran's famous sausages.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that poor company. That would make me upset. He is literally chaos.
He is. But no, I really like it. It captured me like the first episode when she ran off from a boyfriend. I was like, okay, girl. And I just kept scrolling.
Did Webtoons just auto bookmark this on my... Am I the only one that saw bookmark show up right there?
I think was it green?
Yeah.
I did see that.
I wasn't paying attention.
Back for more punishment.
All right. Well, thank you, Blue.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Blue. That's my line today. Thank you, Blue. If you guys want to check out Midnight Poppyland,
it's a thirst trap.
It's a thirst trap.
She actually, she's the one who won the Ringo Award. She won
oh yeah.
Best New Artist or Rising Talent and Best New Series or something like that. Like she won 2 awards.
I thought that this name sounded familiar to me, but I just dismissed it from my mind.
It's good. It's really good. I suck at explaining, but it's good.
Don't worry, you read the description. So
I did.
All right, guys. As always, we have one more recommendation. Apollo, take it away.
So this month's recommendation, we did not pick someone from our Instagram. We picked someone from our Patreon. So thank you so much to Diana. We really appreciate your support. And so her series is called So Many Joys, and it's a slice of life comedy. Let's look at the description. A mom documenting the cute and funny moments of family life with 2 little kids, and it updates on Fridays. So before we get into like my thoughts on the series, I did get a chance to talk to her about like some of the inside the episode, behind the scenes type thing. And basically she's making this series so that she can show her kids in the future. So she's kind of like,
oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, she's making like a little diary of her adventures with them. And it kind of made me think of that concept from Violet Evergarden, where the mom yeah, where she like has the letters sent to them every year for like 50 years or something. And not that she's doing this
sad and sweet and so nice and all of the
but it's just so amazing. Like as a parent, that's something really beautiful. The fact that you're going through, and since she's doing it herself too, the fact that she's going through drawing an entire comic and then having all these little bitty moments and gems from their lives to show her children in the future. Like, I wish I had something like that, because sometimes like pictures can like trigger a memory, but then like having little funny like notes or details, it's like when you get a picture and then it has words on the back of it and you read it like really transports you. But like thinking about the fact that my mom
I was trying to, this is on topic but slightly off. I am going to show this to my niece. She just had a baby, and this is a wonderful idea, and I need her to do something like it.
Yes, this is actually a really good segue comic too, because it's only 4 panels. So she does like little mini stories every episode, basically, you know, explaining something that happens. So if we look at the first episode, we get the instance of the mom where she has 1 kid and she's taking them to the park and she loves it. Like it's really easy to manage and for her to keep up with him, you know, just fun stuff. But then she has 2 children. It's no longer easy. And so that's just like a fun little, you know, thing, little antidote, that's not the word, a little fun story. I'm gonna just call it a story because I can't think of what it's called.
And I can't help you in this moment.
Yeah, I'm just like, no help, y'all. But anyway,
I got
but
nothing.
but it's super cute. And then you think about all of the moments that
More
well,
babies, more coffee.
none of us have children that I know of.
I don't have any that I know of.
Okay, there was silence. I just had to make sure before I continue. But I feel like if I had a kid, like giving them this piece of me, like something so personal as like an ongoing, like a basically a novel written to my children about like my joys of taking care of them as they grew up, I think that's priceless. So the story really just goes into, it's partially like the struggles, but it's also the sweet moments as well.
Yeah.
So you get a lot of the struggle, which
it seems like some of the struggles are the sweet moments, though. If this is a mom documenting her time with her children, these struggling moments seem like she's looking back on them fairly fondly.
And yeah, I think it is. But I'm saying for us as the audience, we're like, oh, you're struggling. But you know, right? You probably would like, it hits different for a parent. Because like, let me tell you, I would not be happy or think of a sweet moment of my child pulling my hair. Like,
I mean, it is.
Well, she's talking about the photos of her kids. She's like, they're always adorable. But when I'm in it, it's like, oh, oof. Just never look good.
What were you saying, Blue?
I don't know.
Oh. But no, I totally get that. And I get to an extent what this scene was talking about. I'm just saying, like, you pulling my hair, I don't know if that's nice. Like, it's just like when children, they go through, well, some children go through like that hitting phase where they just go around hitting you. I don't know if I would like that or think it's cute.
It's cute for a little while, like when they're
like the
young,
first 5 times.
But then if they keep doing it, it's like, okay, I'm gonna have to smack you because you're doing it on purpose now. Like, you know.
So.
Oh no.
But it also has like moments from her life too. Like episode 3 is just like, it's just a cute moment that she documented.
I've related to this.
Right.
Like, oh, look, the day after holiday candy, you go just like, why are these so small now?
But it's just super relatable in general. Like just from the fact of, even though we don't have kids, I think we can all like take away parts from this that we would enjoy. Like anybody could read this and enjoy it. Like it's just one of those type of series.
And then immediately blaming the man.
It's always the man.
It is always the man. It always is.
It's episode 3. That's my stopping point. So
oh wait, do one more. Go to the next episode.
One more.
Yeah. Like these are so quick.
They are quick. They are quick.
This is one of the ones you could like get stuck reading for forever.
Yeah, you could.
Right.
And it reads so easily that
it does with big words and yeah.
It's almost like a children's book, but for Webtoons.
Ooh, I would love this as a children's book. Like that would be really like the tales of, I don't know, I can't think of any good titles.
What so many called? Joys.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what is it called? Over here trying to rename it and it has a name.
Oh my God, I can see where this one's going. Yep. Oh my goodness. Oh, was that supposed to be difficult?
Honestly though, when you step on those tiny little toys, like I remember when I used to have like Digimon and Pokemon figures and I would step on them, those things were like trying to destroy like the existence of my foot. Like those things are worse, I think, than like getting a splinter or something. I remember Terriermon was the one that had the horn on his head. That thing hurt for like an hour. One of my worst childhood memories.
But this is cute though. Like she's thinking back to Don't Wake the Kids. So like she's used to having to step over stuff.
Pigs, building bricks, I'm guessing Legos.
Yeah, Legos.
And
look, she don't want no copyright issues.
Right. She gets picked up, you know. It's so good though. Love the series.
Yeah, this is very cute.
It is.
I'm always looking for stuff that just make me smile, and this is definitely one of them.
Right.
It
This
is.
is a nice little like palette cleanser. Like if you're a dark reader, like a thriller reader or someone who likes tragedy.
I am none of those things, and I still need
You-
palette cleansers.
Okay, if you have like a rough life where you hate your boss, come and read this series. Read this after work.
Do I hate my boss?
Yes.
I mean, technically, I
We've all
dislike.
hated.
You
we've all
called me the
disliked.
other day to tell me that she wouldn't let you talk on the phone, and you talked about it.
It
for like
was an
hour.
emergency call.
Was that your boss?
Yes.
Oh,
Telling me that I have to go and clock out to make personal phone calls. I'm like, my sister just called me from my mother's cell phone. This is an emergency. Screw your clock.
oh wow.
So yes, as we can all tell, you hate your boss. So whenever you get those moments, come and read So Many Joys. Oh, so good.
So,
But yeah, and so we're very appreciative to Diana for supporting us, and we just wanted to show our appreciation back by featuring her on our monthly series.
yes, thank you
So
so
if
much.
y'all are interested, you know, wink, wink, maybe this could be you.
Mhm.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink. That's a very heavy wink, sir.
Creepy wink.
Like at this point, you're just blinking.
Oh, so my winks are creepy, but Tora's not creepy.
Huh?
Her boy from Midnight Poppyland.
He's
Oh.
creepy. He's really
We learned his episode.
I'm like, who?
not creepy.
I done forgot his name already.
That's that goldfish memory.
It's so sweet.
You know what? It's very close.
He's the type of guy I'm gonna bring home to meet my family.
Someone with a goldfish memory?
No, not that. No.
I mean, typically you end up marrying people that are like your family, for better or for worse.
Mm.
Where did this come from? I thought we were wrapping up.
We are wrapping up. Oh, thank you guys for your recommendations. If you want to check out any of these series, they will be linked in the comment section below. We hope you've enjoyed the video. Please subscribe, leave us a like, comment, and please ring the bell so that you won't miss any of our upcoming episodes. Be sure to follow us on our social media accounts. They're linked in the description. We're very active on Instagram, so if you want to chat with us, feel free to stop by and say hello. We will catch you in our next video.
Subscribe to our Patreon.
Subscribe.
Cue music.
I'm not leaving that in this time.
You never cue it. Like I'm always like, you should play it. One of these days you're gonna play it.